Hi, this is Lisa Knight, and this video will explain how to turn on the closed captions to a video that you've uploaded and how to modify or edit those closed captions so that the text is in sync with the video timing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to log into your YouTube account and you want to upload your video. So to do that, once you get into your account, you'll see an upload icon in the upper right hand corner. You want to click on that, and then you can simply either drag your video file into the space provided, or you can click on the red and white icon here and actually find it on your computer. So let's see if I can find something to use as an example. So once you choose it, you'll come to a screen where it's showing you kind of where it is in the process of uploading. This is where you can add a description, and you should always do that. And then you can choose to make it public, unlisted, private, or scheduled. I'm going to suggest that you leave it as public, because if you make it public, then you can link to it in your Blackboard courses. And then as it uploads and goes through the process of uploading, you'll notice that it's given you already the link that you can copy and paste into a document, or you can actually use it when you're searching for a YouTube video in the mashup selector under content and Blackboard. So you get the address for your new video. Once it says processing is done, you want to click on publish. All right, once that video is completely done, then what you want to do is you want to click on the icon in the upper left hand corner of the screen, and that'll open up and it'll say home and it'll say my channel. So I'm going to go to my channel, which is where the video will be housed, and you can see it's not quite ready yet, and so we'll use a different one for an example, actually a little longer one. But in order to actually access that video, once it's processed, you just want to click on it. Now, you could also get to your video by clicking on Creator Studio. And Creator Studio is going to take you to your video manager, which is a list of all your videos. So you could go to it that way, or you could just open it up in the previous screen by clicking on it. So let's say that I want to edit this particular video called Using Color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit in the drop down menu beside it, and I'm going to go to Subtitles /CC. And now you see the video when it didn't have it before, but now it has the little CC icon, which means that YouTube is automatically putting in closed captions into that video for you. And so it's going to do its best to translate what you're saying to text and to sync that text to the video audio. So once that is done, you'll know, because this gray bar here will make it all the way to the end of the video. So that's when the closed captions will be completed. And once that is loaded up, then what you want to do is you want to click on the blue icon here that says Add New Subtitles or CC. And you want to click on English. And then you want to go to the button that says Create New Subtitles or CC. And when you do that, now you can see the audio text correlation. You can see the closed captions that it has come up with, and you can see that they are placed in time with the video. So let's just listen to this and see how well this is doing.
Hi, this is Lisa Knight, your instructor for this module. Today we'll be discussing the proper use of color in your documents, images, and online content.
So as you play this, what you want to do is you want to make sure that when the person is speaking, you or the person that you're editing closed captions for, you want to make sure that the closed captions are synced with the audio. That means that the text appears in time with the actual voice.
After watching this video, you will be able to choose text and background colors that have a color contrast of 4.5:1 using a color contrast checker. Emphasize text appropriately in a paragraph. Identify which color combinations are best to use for colorblind learners. List the best practices.
So maybe this closed caption is coming in a little bit early. So if that's the case, you can just click on it and drag it, and then you can scroll it back.
Colorblind learners.
And try it again.
List the best practices for using color when designing online courses.
Now the other thing is that if there is music playing, you're going to want to add a closed caption here saying that music is playing, so that the person who has auditory challenges, that they know that it's not just a blank screen. So how do you do that? Well, I'm going to move the marker here back to this and right to where that music starts, and then I am going to click on add, and I'm going to then click on that section that was added, and then I'm going to type in music, or maybe I will say, oops, I just added. See, now when you backspace, you actually move the timeline. So we don't want to do that. So let's scroll back to where we were. And we're going to do that process one more time. We're going to click on the plus button to add. Now we're going to see that that section's been added, and we're going to click on it. And now for our subtitle, we're going to say background music playing. So now we've got that in there. We can press enter, and it's in there. Oh, and when I pressed enter, I added another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. So it's gone. And now I'm going to come back here to where I added that, right? And I'm going to move the timeline forward a little bit, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to drag it to where that music starts playing. And then if you notice that I can make it longer by hovering over the edge of it until I see a double arrow, and now I can just have it stretch out till the music is gone. Now if I want to see how that does,
color contrast is extremely important when designing any instructional material. Consider this example.
Alright, so now you notice that as we look at these, we're going to go through and you're going to make sure that your closed captions are synced, that if music is playing or there's background noise, that you enter captions for that. And let me just also say to you that sometimes, you know, if it's actually it's good methodology to actually put the background music caption in parentheses or brackets. So if we use brackets, then we know that that is just something in the background and it's not voice. It's not a voice. And that way, whoever's watching this will know that there's something going on. So really you want to capture all the audio sounds. Even if there was like a lot of clicking on, you could use brackets and say mouse clicking in the areas if we wanted to be that technical. But for the most part, what we want to do is you want to make sure at the very least that your audio and that your closed captions are synced, and that if you have music playing, that you add background music playing to that section in the appropriate, over the appropriate time period. But also we want to make sure that these closed captions are grammatically correct in terms of punctuation and capitalization. So one thing we can do, and one thing that you will be expected to do, is, you know, to click on each of these and make sure that, you know, for instance, when this says, "Hi, this is Lisa Knight, your instructor for this module," that it is indeed correct in terms of capitalization. So I'm going to correct this to be a capital L and a capital K, and then your instructor for this, and it's not a model, it's a module, right? So we want to make sure that we replace model with module with a period, right? So that this looks like it is representing exactly what is being said. And the next one, today we'll be discussing, so B needs to be small, lowercase, discussing the proper use of color in your documents, comma, images, comma, and online content, period. So you're going to want to go through and do this for each caption. So make sure that when your video is done and you are finished with the whole closed caption editing process, that each caption is grammatically correct and that the punctuation is correct as well. Make sure that each caption is in sync with the audio timing, and make sure that if there's music playing in the background, that you've added a caption to that says music playing or background music playing. Okay, so I'm done. So what do I do now? Well, when I'm completely done with all of this, then what I want to do is I want to publish it. So I'll go back and click on publish. And it'll queue up, and then you can play it. And see, in order to get the closed captions to actually show up, you need to click on the closed caption button, and then you need to press play again.